you have as many cards as you want. Cards will not go on sale again during this game. And don't mind the ship rocking. It's the honeymooners right below us. It'll be no problem. I heard a little story this week that the honeymooners were at home. The honeymooners were playing. Never mind. I heard a little story this week that I'd like to share with you, mainly because I'd like to hear it myself. It's a story about this woman who lived up the mountains. She was good all her life. One day, her fairy godmother came down and said, I'm going to grant you 3 wishes because you've been so good all of your life. And she thought for a moment. She looked around, looked down at her cat, and said, well, you know, I've never been very warm. I'd like to be warm for once. And poof, she was suddenly transported to a sunny villa in France. It was beautiful, the sun was shining, everything was wonderful, and she suddenly started believing all of this. Her fairy godmother said, well, you have 2 more wishes. She said, well, I'd like to be beautiful. I've never been very beautiful. And poof, she was transformed into a beautiful princess, just like she stepped out of a fairy tale. Well, now she had 1 more wish. She couldn't think of anything else. She said, well, my cat's been good to me all my life. Is there anything you can do for my cat? And poof, the cat was transformed into a handsome prince. And he too looked like he just stepped out of a fairy tale. It was love at first sight. The prince walked over to the princess, sweetly took her by the hand, and whispered into her ear, I bet you're sorry now you ever took me to the vet. Well, you've all been complaining about what lousy bingo cards you've got. And right now we're going to find out who has the worst card in the room. What we're going to do, when we find out who's got that worst card, we're going to give you your $5 back.